Yep. Keep tapping that screen. Very good job.
Yes, them a look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need either weight. If you get it to the top of the plate. You wanna run it up, run it up all night. If the lights went down, get your kip up, baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up for you all night. Bet you wanna get some of my dirty love, baby. The boys them all want me. Them gal I get salty. When I'm talking spicy. It make you want bite me. You just want the flavor. 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 Come on, baby, what you tryna do? I'm tryna pull up on you like a drive-through. I wanna know if we rockin', would you keep it cool? Take trips and private dinners just for us two. Yeah, he buy me Givenchy dresses and feed me breakfast. Immaculate, loving when he show affection. The balcony, over like he's stretching. And I ain't never out like wrestling. Back on it. Got all these boys mad cause I passed on it. I'm a flop. Come on, baby, spin a bag on it. Yeah, we so extra, feeling like young in the rest. Run it up all night. If the lights went down, get your kip up, baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up. Salty. When I'm talking spicy. It make you want bite me. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor.
Well, this entertainment mecca opened back in 2009. It seats 80,000 but has a standing room capacity north of 100K, and we are pushing that today at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to pass first play is Prescott. Flush to his right. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott off play action. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A running play, it's Dowdle. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Ha! Punk ass boy. Punk boys.
For a Bears touchdown.
Wobbly bull, wobbly bull.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Wanye Thomas on the return. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
That's a pick.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ooh,
One play
that was
has
so
him
close
up
to
past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott now. Short pass taken in by
Sit down, little boy.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
There we go. There we go. Kill, kill.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Yeah! Here we go! Where you take? Where you take? Here we go. 46, 46. 46.
Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They run again with Dowdle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here is 3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Prescott to throw on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Just like the gay Cowboys.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Switch it, hey.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 2nd and 7. They run here with Dowdle. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Dowdle will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers
Took you
with
80
a touchdown
plays.
run.
16 runs. You're so good at the game.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Watch this kid.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. To the air once more, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
To throw, it's Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Track him 60. 79 Broncos.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
Are you kidding me?
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Oh, my God.
And that's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll go. Here's Williams. And this is caught. He hits more.
Oh,
and
my
he
God.
quickly
Can't
clocks
get
it,
a
and they're
second.
going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw, Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So
Hey,
they'll get a
I
little
just
extra
match how
time
my
to come
opponents
up with
play.
his
If my
third
opponents
down
play like
play as we
pussies,
played three quarters.
I play like a
We'll
pussy.
return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the gun, here's Williams. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
On fourth down, here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They run a draw here on second down. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now 2nd and 4. Now Dak. Steps away. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
See what happens for me? Like, why wouldn't he pick that? Why would that action take place?
He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's first down. To throw, Prescott.
Pick that.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Now Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
When you have a guy who has mobility, bootlegging him out of the pocket